Beauty and personal care D2C firm Pilgrim has bagged $9 million in an extended Series B round led by Fireside and Vertex Ventures. Now, the company will use these proceeds for expansion and general corporate purposes as decided by the board. The company's valuation has soared to approximately 2,075 crore rupees post the fundraise. This marks an over threefold increase from its last funding round of $20 million, where the company was last valued at $75 million. Joining me now to discuss their growth plans is Anurag Kedia, the co-founder of Pilgrim. Anurag, thank you so much for taking time out and being here with us on the show today. Like I said, you've recently raised the $9 million in an extended Series B funding round. How are you going to be using these funds? Any new products on the anvil?
Yeah. So there are a couple of use cases for these funds. One is our R&D, which is the core. So we are going to expand our R&D investment significantly. We also started setting up our offline presence sometime last year. So it's been around 15-16 months of that journey. And more than 25% of our revenues already come from offline. And by the end of this calendar year, by December 2024, we expect more than 30% of our revenues to come from offline. And so there will be a lot of investments in expanding the team further. Third is the international markets which we have entered. We are already present across multiple markets like the UAE, Singapore, Malaysia, also starting operations in US and Australia. So that's the third focus area. And the fourth is brand investments. We recently had a campaign go live with Rashmika Mandanna and Manisha Koirala. And that's seen a very good response. So there will be investments on the brand front as well.
So four key areas that you've pointed out to us where the funds will go. And, I will discuss your offline expansion plans in just a bit. But you've seen about 4x growth in revenues, but your losses also went up 3 times in FY23 to about 23 crore rupees, right? So what's the target for this year? And what about profitability at this point?
So FY24, while the books are yet to be closed, I think we'll grow another close to 3x over FY23 revenues, while the losses will not increase in absolute terms. So in percentage terms, the losses will come down substantially, almost to a third, because the revenues will grow up 3x. And even FY25, I think we are on track to grow 2x in terms of revenues, and the losses, coming down further. So I think we are on the path to profitability, and FY26 is when we think we will be profitable on a whole year basis.
So on the way to profitability, and we'll see that in FY26 is what you're saying. But, one of the things you pointed out was bolstering your market presence was on top of the agenda, right? So you're present across skincare, hair care, makeup categories, and fragrances. So talk to us about where you're seeing the most growth and what will remain the focus and, your top selling products, your customers' favorites.
So we launched the brand some 5 years back, with skincare, hair care. And we launched color cosmetics only last year. One of the differentiations for our color cosmetics range is it's skincare infused color cosmetics. So it's not just for, enhancing your looks, but it also actually delivers actives, which will take care of the health of your skin, lips, whichever product it is. So I think that's been one of the differentiators. And color cosmetics is showing us a lot of good traction given our offline presence now. And that's been a focus area. We already see close to 15% of our revenues come from color cosmetics. And skin and hair continue to grow well. So on an absolute basis, we have grown extremely well on skin and hair. Our number one product is our advanced hair growth serum, which is a Korean formulation and contains Redensil and Anagen. That contributes close to 20% of the brand's revenues. And that is the core of the brand in some way. That's the number one product, and that will continue to be our number one product in the near future.
So that's going to continue to be your number one product. But, expansion is also on the cards, right? So what's your current presence and where do you hope to expand into? What's, the typical cart size as well?
So online, we in fact deliver more than 20,000 pin codes, which is the entire India. And we think there is a lot of steam still left in the online growth. So we don't think the online growth is slowing down anytime soon for Pilgrim. And we do, like I was telling you, we do hope that we will grow on, 2x this current financial year also. And online continues to grow well. But a lot of our growth will also come from offline. Like I was telling you, we started the offline journey only 15 months back. And I'm happy to share that we already present in more than 200 cities and expanding. Right. So in the beauty industry, there's something called beauty advisors or BA counters, where there is a brand representative who helps the consumers to choose the right product which will suit them. We already have presence in more than 1,500 such outlets across general trade and modern trade. But general trade is a very, very large market. Modern trade also, we've just started kind of doing tie-ups with the larger chains. So I think offline itself will grow 3x to 4x in the next year or so.
So, online is going to continue to grow for you. It's a big focus area, but offline is also going to contribute quite a bit. So how much will it contribute towards your revenues?
So by the next December, we just work Jan, December, it works well for us. So December 2025, I think more than 40% of our revenues will come from offline.
So that's a large portion there. And will we see any Pilgrim special stores anytime soon?
Yeah, we already have EBOs. I'm happy to share we already have 5 EBOs and we launched them in the beginning of this calendar year. We're seeing some very, very good response. We wanted to just wait out a few months before we started expanding the EBOs. So by the end of this year, we're adding another 10 to 15 EBOs, and the next year will also see us expanding many more EBOs. So close to probably 30 to 40 EBOs by the end of next calendar year.
So 30 to 40 exclusive stores by the end of next calendar year. But, are you looking for any more fundraisers anytime soon, considering your big expansion plans?
We are well capitalized for the near future. So I don't think there's any more fundraisers in the near future.
So no more fundraisers in the near future, and you're well capitalized. All right, Anurag, thank you so much for joining us on the show, and we wish you all the best on your journey.
All right, with that, it's a wrap on this edition of Startup Street from both Arundhati